Hey guys, what is going on? Fluffy Ninja with Warp Crew Paintball and War Sports Chicagoland. Welcome to the Weekend Loadout. This weekend is the Battle of Hoth big game. I don't know if I'll be able to attend. It really depends on my work schedule. I got, the opportunity to take this Sunday off. We didn't get to go play. Krista was not feeling well, and of course I don't want to go play without her. She is, my partner in pretty much every aspect of life, so I don't want her feeling left out and me going to play without her. But if we do make it to Hoth, this will probably be the loadout that I'll be using, or a variation of which. I do have both max loaders up and running, so if I can, I will probably use one of those. But I have one of my 3 Dynasty Dragon LV1s. I absolutely love these guns. This is the only one of the 3 that does not have the case signed by San Diego Dynasty. They did switch to Field 1 or Bob Long paintball guns, and at Chicago I was going to have them sign the case, but they were not in a very good mood. Paintball players have bad days just like everybody else, or professional paintball players have bad days like everybody else. They didn't do as good as they wanted to. My friend and teammate Dewey was pitting for them, and I was like, hey, can you take the case and take it back there and get it signed? And he was like, it's not a good idea. He's like, I would, but I don't think it's a good idea. And I was like, yeah, sure, no problem. I'm sure I'll catch him at another event. That happens. If I can, I might ship it out to him and get him to sign it, but with them losing Kyle Spica and then Brandon Short at the end of this year, it's kind of up in the air on who's going to be signing the case. But this is my, Dragon LV1. Honestly, they are really cool to me. That's why I keep them. That's why 2 of them are in the cases, right there on top of the paper for a printer. And they will never see a game ever again. This one will, because it is not signed yet. And if it doesn't get signed, this might be the LV1 that I just use permanently. But I have an Empire 80 cubic inch tank with my my First Strike G3 rag on it. It still has the Gorilla Air logo in the gauge. I have Krista's Planet Eclipse tank cover because we're out of Exalt ones. We, all of our teammates needed them, or we gave them away for stuff that people asked us for donations for. So we made sure to throw those in there. But yeah, we got her Planet Eclipse tank cover. I think she has 2 Exalt covers on hers, and that's why I don't have another one. But that's okay. I've got her blue camo die rotor on here. I think it looks pretty good with the dragon and the blue for Dynasty and stuff like that. So I think it looks pretty good. Need to probably fix it a little bit because it's got that little peak up there, but it doesn't really bother me too much. Speed feed, and then my Freak XL carbon fiber barrel with the changeable backs. I know you guys are probably sick of seeing this barrel, but in my opinion, it is the best barrel on the market. There's no other thing that compares to it. I know a lot of people like Lurker, a lot of people like Inception Design, a lot of people like how I was forever, like stock barrels. I don't mind stock barrels on a lot of my guns. That's how I shot that 3.5. That's how I shot the G6R, although the G6R came with a barrel kit. So, my Eagle 11 doesn't have a stock barrel. The shockers come with XL barrels, so, don't really have to change it out there too much. But, yeah, I really like this barrel, and just the XL inserts are amazing. It's exactly what I've been looking for in a barrel system. But, yeah, that is this weekend's loadout. So, if I make it out to Hoth, hopefully I will. I believe we're playing for Mario and Nick from NFG Nation. Mario is from the Punishers, sorry. So Mario is from the Punishers, Nick is from NFG Nation. If you are going out there and you haven't signed up yet and you haven't picked a team yet, please sign up for them. I believe they're the Rebel side. So, yeah, sign up for them. Hopefully I will be out there. So what happened this weekend is, so we're going to cut off from Weekend Loadout. That is this weekend's loadout, though. So what happened this weekend is, or last weekend, I guess. I came home Saturday, and my manager told me, hey, there's going to be time off available for Sunday. So if you want it, take it. And I was like, yeah, because Saturday and Friday both sucked. Just being super busy, and, you know, I was like, all right, I'm kind of tired of this. You know, yeah, I only work 3 days a week, but I'm going to be transitioning to 4 days a week. I thought that was going to happen this week, so that way I would have Saturday off. That did not happen. They are telling me about it this week if I get it, and as from what I can tell, not a lot of people have signed up for continuing night shift. Me, I don't mind. So I think I meet the prerequisites for changing shifts. I don't have any write-ups. I don't have, you know, anything bad on my record. My manager and the managers for front half are both super excited. Well, my manager is not. My direct manager is not excited because she really likes that I help out in the area that I work in, and then my manager is happy to help me go, but he's not excited to see me go because, again, I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but he's told me, he's like, you're very hardworking and I don't want to lose you. But, you know, with the season coming up, I told him, I was like the 3 days a week was just kind of, you know, what I got as soon as I, you know, was able to get the shift. Whereas the 4 days on nights, Sunday night through Wednesday into Thursday, you know, like, that's what I want. It's 10-hour shifts, so I will be working 40 hours. I will be able to get overtime more often. You know, it's just, it's a lot, you know, there's a lot of things stacking up in the favor of switching to this shift. So I'm super excited. What else was I going to talk about? Oh, yeah. Krista and Luis Leon, if you don't know who he is the person that started Paint the World One Kid at a Time, which is a great organization. I do like what they do. I think I've met Luis one time. We talked for like 30 seconds, and then he, you know, went on his way. I know he's a busy dude, so, like, my first impression was like, wow, this guy kind of snubbed me. But her talking with him and, you know, getting to know him and becoming really good friends with him has made me see that, no, he didn't snub me. He is a very busy man, and he needs to talk to the people that he needs to talk to help run his organization and to help keep his organization running. But she's opening the Chicago chapter of Paint the World One Kid at a Time. I believe he's based out of Florida. If he's not based out of Florida, he's based out of California. I know it's somewhere sunny and nice, and they get to play paintball all the time. So that's, you know, that might have been one of the other reasons why I was like, yeah, you get to play paintball all the time. But, yeah, she is starting that, and she is accepting donations of gently used paintball gear, old paintball guns that you probably don't use anymore or that you don't want anymore. I am willing to shell out a little bit of money for paintball guns in good working condition, you know, because these are going to kids that want to play paintball. They want to be in our sport, and that's something that I've been looking for forever, and it's really hard trying to get, you know, people to go along with, oh yeah, we'll give you a couple bucks off on a gun to give away. You know, like, I used to give away GOG enemies that I would pay for out of my own pocket with a, I think, what did I give away with it? Give away a Guerrilla Air 3000 tank, and then, you know, whatever loader that I could get for relatively cheap from Warp Sports. And they've been a huge advocate for me helping, you know, get kids into the sport. But this is something that Luis does for a living. You know, this is something that he's very good at. So I'm all for helping get more kids into the sport. And, like, looking through pictures and stuff that he's posted recently about kids getting their first setup and getting their gear to go play makes me super excited. So if you have, you know, things that it's like, I don't use this anymore. Like, you can see behind me, I have 6 or 5 guns sitting on the wall that I don't plan to use anymore. I might donate my Eagle 11. I'm probably not, because that's something that Krista's very proud of. That's her first part swap gun. So it's, you know, it's kind of rocky. One thing that I do have that if none of my teammates buy it, because I know they want them, is I have a second GOG enemy that I will be donating with a 3000 tank as soon as I get it hydro tested, make sure everything is safe and good to go, and I have to get a new reg for it. But other than that, I believe that's it. I know that she's looking for donations. A few of our teammates I've already been like, well, I've got a mask I don't use. I've got elbow pads that I don't use. We have an entire bag of stuff specifically for when, like, somebody brings their girlfriend or their cousin or brother, or, you know, some kind of family member, when they bring them with to play for the first time. We have a bag specifically for that, for them to use, that we bring home, we wash, we make sure everything's clean, make sure the mask is good to go, and then, you know, we put it back in the bag. But we might be donating that. I don't know. I know we have a few extra packs. I have a literal fuck ton of masks, one or two of which that I will definitely donate to this. I do like my Vios. Krista shot me in the face the other day with a Nerf gun, and it really helped protect me. So, you know, there's that. But I know we have packs, harnesses. I've got extra pairs of pants. She's got extra pairs of pants. She gave away her I-4s. I have extra masks. We have extra elbow pads from when we wore Eclipse stuff. And now we're just Exalt. I know we're going to be ordering more packages through Exalt, and the stuff that our guys don't need, they will be donating to us, and I will be taking and donating or paying them for, so that way they don't, you know, feel too bad about, you know, spending however much money and only getting like a couple of things. We haven't talked to Warped yet because she's still getting everything finalized and figuring out the best way to go about donations. This is just me letting you know that if you see her at an event and you have, you know, extra stuff at home, you know, or if we're going to be at an event, you have extra stuff at home and you feel like you want to donate, you're more than welcome to come up to us at any event. If you find us and say, hey, here's stuff for Paint the World. We're going to make sure that, you know, we get you like the tax write-off or whatever it really is, because I know there's stuff that goes into donating to charities and stuff like this, and that's what Paint the World One Kid at a Time is a charity for kids that want to play paintball. And the way that it works is they have to sign up with their parents, so that way Luis knows that these people are dedicated to their kid playing paintball. Because that, you know, if you don't have your parents behind you, you're probably not going to last. I didn't have my family behind me, and you can see all the shit that I've amassed. So if I can turn around and give that back to kids that have their parents' support, I'm all for it. But that has been this video. We will probably do a secondary video or a more in-depth video on Paint the World One Kid at a Time. I know Krista wants to get the word out as soon as possible. We've already talked to our teammates. We've already talked to a few other people. I know that she's talking with other teams and stuff like that that have gear that they don't use. So it's something that is constantly being worked on, and I know that she's going to do an amazing job, you know, helping as many people as she can get into the sport. And I'm super happy that I was one of the people that helped her get into the sport to give back to it. That makes me feel really good, and I know it makes her feel really good to be able to give back to a sport that she's only been playing for a year. So yeah, thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.